Hi and welcome to this lesson on the good old Christmas carol, Good Christian Men Rejoice, and I'm showing you this today on the Elise Hayden Duet Concertina. I was doing quite a few of these in the early part of the year. I had a sponsor at the time. There was a gentleman in America, but he was struggling with his fingers. And he was quite elderly, and in the end he had to give up. That's why these tutorials have dried up somewhat. Today it's the 11th of December 2024, so I'm doing this today so you've got time to learn it for Christmas. You've got the basic tune obviously on the right hand side of the instrument, and an accompaniment on the left hand side, which is actually quite complicated and very, very interesting, with a few lovely suspensions, kind of momentary discords, which are really nice when they're resolved. Anyway, I'll stop talking and start cracking into this. We're in the key of F major. We are in the time signature of 6/8. So you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of feel. And I will deal with the pickup bar at the top there first of all. It starts on the pull with this note of F, which is row 2, button 1, finger 1. And at the same time, you've got the C on the left hand side. Notice it's all in the treble clef, both sides, apart from the very last note on the last bar there. You'll see there's an A in the bass clef, but we'll get to that in the fullness of time. So F on the right hand side, the C is row 3, button 2, finger 3. Okay, and like I say, it's a pull. The pulls and the pushes come at quite strange times, but you'll find that it works really well if you follow it through. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're going to come in on the 6th beat of that kind of pickup bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's just deal with the right hand for that first complete bar. So we have F, F, A, B flat. So we play the F twice more, and then we play the A, which is 2 buttons lower, and the B flat is row 3, button 1. So you've got crotchet, quaver. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still pulling. And at the same time, you've got this very interesting left hand. Have a listen to this. Now, the timing is different in the left hand. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have the note D, which is row 3, button 3, finger 2. Back to the C you played in the pickup bar. Then you go to the kind of bottom corner, if you like, for this note of F, little finger. So it's row 4, button 1. Come back to row 3 for the E, button 4, finger 1, and back to the D that you started the bar on. So you got. So if I play the pickup bar and that first bar, you'll see how that works. To start this off, have the bellows pretty much closed. And it's really nice. The problem, of course, is the balance. You want the tune to be louder than the accompaniment, which you can't do, obviously. You can't get the right hand louder than the left, but it kind of works and it really sounds good, I think. Let's get into the second bar now. Right hand, you've got the crotchet, quaver thing. Now, you've got one note on the pull, and then you're starting to push. So you have C, which is row 3, button 2, D, which is row 3, button 3, and back to the C. And this time the left hand copies the timing of the right hand, and you have this. So you have C, F, E, F. So I've said these notes before, I'll just say them once more. C is row 3, button 2, finger 3. F is that bottom corner, row 4, button 1, little finger. At that point you're pushing. Back to row 3, button 4 for the E, and then return to the F. So you have. Again, go back to the beginning, put that together. Really nice. Bar 3 is the same as bar 1. Okay, let's do that again. And then bar 4, quite hard to pick this up in the middle. I like to go and get it on the run kind of thing. But it's similar to bar 2, except it's shorter. You have C, D, C. And notice the final C is a dotted crotchet, so it comes in on beat 4 and lasts for the whole of the second half of the bar. And the left hand there, C, F, E, exactly the same timing. So, right, so we'll go back to the beginning, we'll close the bellows up and play all of that. So this is the pickup bar and the first 4 bars. And you can hear that's really lovely. It's quite intricate, isn't it, with that left hand kind of weaving around, but I think that sounds great. Now, bar number 5. Again, crotchet quaver, C, D, C, B flat. So that's all on that 3rd row. And this time you've got a simple dotted crotchet accompaniment. So you have F, E, okay? Pulling. And then in bar 6, crotchet, quaver, dotted crotchet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The right hand's all on row number 2. Okay, button 3, button 2, button 1 for the A, G, F. And the left hand, same timing, it's F, E, D. A little harmony there. Pushing. Play those 2 bars, 5 and 6. Notice in bar 5 you've got 2 dotted crotchets, so really you should keep those bass notes sustaining while you play the 2 notes above. So you have. Okay, now we go to bar number 7, page 2. Again, it's your old friend, crotchet quaver, with a bouncy sort of feel. Here we have the first of these little suspensions. Now, when I was a kid and my grandmother taught me to play the piano, I would come across things like this and I'd say, Nan, this sounds wrong to me. I'd play this and I'd be sort of dwelling on it. I'm saying, that doesn't sound right. And she said, no, you need to move through it quickly. And that's what's happening here. You're doing this suspension. You've got a G and an F, so they are next door neighbours. Play together. It shouldn't work, but when it drops down to the E, you kind of get what we call the resolution of it. It resolves, yeah? So on the right hand, G, G, A, G, all on row number 2. The left hand, you play the F, but only for a crotchet. Notice there's a quaver rest there. So when you play the second G in the right hand, the left hand F is gone. Then you reintroduce it with the A. And the final harmony there is a proper harmony. G on the right hand, E on the left hand. If that sounds wrong to you, don't worry. It is meant to be a discord, but it's resolved, so it's rather nice. It's one of those things that makes you go, oh, what's that? Oh, I see. Right, that's really nice. So it's a momentary bit of pain, if you like, which is soon relieved. Okay, bar 8, we have all on row 2, F, G, A on the right hand, and the left hand we've got D, E, F. Okay, let's do those 2 bars. You see? Rather nice. Bar 9, same as bar 5. So that's where you sustain those 2 bass notes, where you're playing 2 notes on the right hand. And this time in bar number 10, you've got similar to bar 6, but there's an extra note. So you've got, you play the F on the push, then on the pull, and at that point in the left hand you'll see a quaver rest, so don't leave the D ringing on. You're going to go pushing. When you play the F on the right hand at the end of bar 10, there's no left with it. Let's play bars 9 and 10. bars 11 and 12 are the same as 7 and 8. Okay, all right hand notes are on the same row. That momentary discord. Alright, nearing the end now. Bar 13, bottom of page 2. Like pulling, you've got D, D, E, E, row 1, button 2, button 3. Nothing in the left hand until you play the third note of the right hand. Again, suspensions here. Quite strange fingering here. I'm bringing my little finger over to the D, which I've just played in the right hand, see? So it's the same note. There again you've got those notes that are a semitone apart. You very quickly resolve that by playing this C sharp, which is the topmost button on the left hand side. It's row 2, button 5, finger 1. So that discord there, rather nice though. Like that, see? On the left hand side you return to the D with your little finger, play an F with it. Remember that was the first note you played in the tune. And then pushing, you come up 1 button for the E on the left hand side and move to row 3, button 2 for the C. Dotted crotchets all round there. That'll work out to be a pull then a push. So quite unusual couple of bars there, 13 and 14. And then last page, last 2 bars, all right hand notes on the same row, okay, and they're all consecutive. A, G, G, F. So the A, G, G are on the pull, and the F, the final F, is on the push, and it's A, G, F, button 3, 2, 1, row 2. That last note is a dotted minim, fills up the whole of the bar. The left hand is quite unusual. Now the F, remember, is in that bottom corner, little finger. 3 of those as you go. Again, they're little suspension, which is resolved there, see? So the left hand is F, 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 E. So the F, like I say, bottom corner there, little finger. The E is row 3, button 4. And the very last note in the left hand is an A. It's down here. And I've put it in the bass clef. It'd be very low down on the treble clef. So it's row 2, button 3, finger 2. So a little bit awkward, those last 2 bars. And I'll be very honest with you, I figured this out a long while ago, probably a couple of years ago, and then slowly during this year I've been kind of tweaking it and practicing it, but I found it quite hard. So let's see if I can put a complete performance together for you now. And the hard part of this is giving all the notes their correct value, not letting notes ring on for too long, also not cutting them short either. It's quite hard to do, I think, to make it sound flowing and pleasant. If you don't watch all those things, it can sound quite stilted. I've figured out that if you open the bellows a little bit more than I had in the first place when you start, you'll have some air in reserve for bar 3. And I've got my microphone set up more on my right side than my left, so hopefully we'll hear a bit more tune than accompaniment. So there we are. It's a fantastic piece to practice. I won't lie, it's taken me a long while to get it to this stage. I hope very much you enjoy learning this and that you have a very Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching, and you'll see me in my next video.